SpiceFM. It's all about cruising the internet. Now, the latest story is this, that about 291 members of the National Assembly have signed the motion to impeach Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. This was moved by Kibwezi West MP Mwengi Mutuse. Now, the Constitution, remember, states that the mover of the motion should have at least a backing of about 177 members. Now, the list of the grounds of the Deputy President's impeachment are very interesting, right? So let me just give you these grounds. There's about 11 grounds. I'm not going to read all of them. So there's the key ones, I guess. There's gross violation of Articles 10, Section 2A, B, and C. And then there's also 27, Section 4, 73. There's a lot of stuff. Gross violation of Articles 147, gross violations of Article 6, gross violations of 160 of the Constitution, gross violation of Articles 3. A lot of stories over here. And then another thing I'm seeing is apparently Moses Wetangula, that is Speaker Moses Wetangula, has admitted the motion. He actually did this initially, proposing the impeachment of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, so it feels like this thing is actually going to go through. And then, today, by the way, I got to shout out our GM, the one and only Kumbai. I saw him interviewing the Deputy President. I was like, hey, moves, you guys.
I missed that. How
moves. What? Actually, if you tune into Beirut right now, I believe the interview is ongoing.
Wow. Yeah,
they're probably playing it right now. Now, this is what happened. While that conversation was ongoing with media guys, including, 50 cows. Mr. 50 cows.
We call him 50 cows.
Yeah. So this is what the DP said. And I found this so interesting. Kenyans know very well that when I took office, I was not poor. So he was asked about his wealth. Because, part of the grounds for his impeachment is that they were saying he's very corrupt. Did you see the list of hotels that he owns suddenly?
I haven't seen that list.
Mara's Tree Tops, hotels in Kilifi, a bunch.
So far, so many 2 years in?
2 years already. You know what I mean? But this is what he said when he was questioned about his wealth. Yeah. So he said, Kenyans know very well that when I took office, I was not poor. I had wealth before I entered government. My sons took a loan to lease Treetops Hotel. They have not broken the law. There is nothing wrong with them engaging in business. They are not dealing with the government. They only conduct business in the private sector. Now, Gachagua's alleged properties, as per the impeachment motion, include Treetops Hotel, Outspan Hotel, from Aberdare Safari Hotels, Olive Gardens Hotel, Vipingo Beach Resort in Kilifi counties, among others.
The audacity.
This is alleged, by the way.
He's not poor.
This is a wealthy guy. Probably that's the reason Ruto actually picked him.
Guy of hustlers, eh?
Guy of hustlers.
He's not poor.
But he doesn't look like a poor guy. Actually, he's my neighbor's. He's a friend.
Sadly, he looks poor.
He doesn't look poor. What?
He looks poor.
How do rich people look?
He didn't look like all the money he has.
This is Kenya. That's how a rich person looks like, especially for the older generation.
Educate me.
So now I was going to say, Rigathi Gachagua is actually my friend's neighbor in Karen, and he's got a massive crib. He's doing good. Now, here's the thing. This thing has like a divided opinion across the country. A bunch of Kenyans are very excited because they feel like the deputy president's rhetoric was very divisive, and then he was all over the place siding people. Remember that quote of saying, Kenya, sasa serikali itashughulikia watu wa shareholders, something like that. You know what I mean?
The voters, the ones who voted.
The ones who voted for the government and campaigned for the government in itself. At the same time, there's some members of parliament that I heard were saying, he's a bully, he's a micromanager.
He looks like a bully.
It's either his way, I'm at the highway. But regardless of whatever is happening, all I have to say is this. We don't care.
I don't care.
Just like you said initially, we don't even care. But at the same time, Corazon, this country has serious issues. You know what I mean?
Beyond Gachagua?
If at all Gachagua is going to be impeached, my question is very simple. Will that mean now that the president is going to sort out all our issues? Will he actually govern better? I don't think so. I think they're taking us for rides, man.
But currently, what is Gachagua doing for us anyway?
It doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? Because
there's no impact either way. We're not feeling their impact.
It's true.
Whether they are team together, working together or not.
It's true.
We're not feeling their impact.
But guess what? There are a bunch of people, in fact, tribalists in this country.
That's who ruined this entire conversation.
His followers. The way I'm seeing it, Kwanzaa, if you see how he's talking to media guys.
Why do I feel like he's only followed by the Murima?
No, not really. But mostly it's guys from Central. But you see what he's doing, he's isolating a certain community. He's making this seem like it's a community affair. No, it's not. It's an individual's affair. My only problem is I feel like whatever's going to happen after this, if at all it goes through this impeachment process, there's going to be, it's like Gachagua he's going to try and side communities against another community.
I feel like that's the only card they always have.
Yeah, man.
That's the only card they only use.
Yeah.
Even Rao, doesn't he do that?
I mean, I don't know about Rao.
Rao does that.
Nah. I mean, come on.
Properly. What do you
mean? What do you mean?
Sides with the cukes, comes back and deals with us on the Westerners.
I don't believe that. Nah.
You don't feel like they
don't be
that?
bringing in Rao's name. Rao's just chilling. You get campaigning for the AUC and then you had to rope him in this thing. How dare you?
I feel like he's the chef. I feel like he's the chef in this one.
Why do you say that?
I feel like he's strategically elbowing DP out.
Yeah, ever since he started working with the president.
Yes.
Well, let me tell you.
It's the same script all over again.
Nah, but you see, the deputy president has always been unpopular, even before they picked him. Remember, guys wanted Kindiki. Yeah? You see, the problem here is this. Rigathi Gachagua, it just feels like he sounds so old school, like a tribalist, and he's pissing off educated people. You know what I mean? This thing for saying, you know what, Morima, and you know he keeps on saying it. But I'm like, this guy never learns.
The other time, Morima. Who are these Morima guys?
See, they're Kenyans like us. Why can't you just say Kenyans?
We're
Pigani or Kenya, man.
Kenyans who are now in my corner.
Let me tell you, the only thing I don't want is political instability in this country. You feel me?
Can we ever run away from that? I don't think we can.
Well, 2027 is just right around the corner. Speaking of which, Morara. Now, Morara was actually arrested the other day, yesterday actually, and then he was taken to court, kashikwa kidogo, and I'm sure he was thoroughly questioned. They arrested him allegedly because of social media bullying, social media harassment.
Who is he bullying?
I don't know.
The powers above?
The powers that be. You know what I mean, yeah? So, did you see how Gen Z turned up in town, Kenyans?
I love that. I wish I could have joined them.
Yeah, for real?
I really wanted to.
Yeah, so what does this mean for Morara? His future looks good politically, yeah?
It does look good. However, I don't even want him to get into the politics.
I know, I mean, he has to. If you're going to make changes, lazima ukue nani.
I can't get on any things will flip.
Well, I don't know, man, because I know a lot of people have actually got in there. When I say Wakenda Parliament, they're going to change things, and then they never, especially young Kenyans.
And also saw his speak after he was released today. I don't know what they do to people when they arrest them or they kidnap them.
Say it again?
I don't know what they did to him. He looks very frail.
Yeah, he looked
traumatized a bit.
Of course, he looked traumatized. I think it was told really threatening things. Was threatened.
I think so.
Yeah, but my thing is, Morara shouldn't give up. I feel like this is the one Kenyan that people actually believe. I'm not going to mention the others, but I would say, have you seen how now no one is actually talking about them? But you know what? It's not even about an individual. Actually, we need to stop even talking about Morara peke yake. This is just every Kenyan out there who wants good governance, who wants equitable distribution of resources. We just want things to function normally. Now, if Morara is going to be at the forefront of this conversation, then we have to support him.
I pray that we do and we don't relent.
And I actually think he's a genuine young man. He's just 28 years old. Can you imagine? He's 28.
I feel old.
He's 28 and I can just see the stars are aligned for Morara. He's got that halo going on. I actually believe this man.
I
know what I mean?
I believe Morara.
I believe him. But my problem is, will he keep up? Because politics is a very dirty game.
I feel like after this abduction or arrest, he might never be the same Morara.
Yeah?
I've seen a trend.
Maybe he's gonna go harder.
I don't think so. I think we can bet money on that.
Yeah?
Yeah, we can bet.
Nah, but let me tell you. You know, always, they usually say, once in like a century. Because you know how Rao is now dipping. I mean, his time is done and we appreciate everything that he's done for the country. Guess what? Morara could be the guy to replace this man.
Morara.
They always come once in a lifetime.
Will we allow him? That the problem is, will we allow him?
Nah, you don't have to be allowed. Today. You take this thing. you take this thing, manze.
I saw a post today. So the Gen Zs were proposing for Morara to be the Gen Z's president.
Presidential candidate come 2027. So, you know, he has a party inject.
Yeah, so I think that could also work for him.
Yeah.
And that's why the arrest had to come into play now to intimidate him.
Yeah, you're very right, because this has always been the script kutoka back in the day.
Yeah.
But now, I saw Eugene Wamalwa escorting him out of court.
Oh, he was there?
Yes, Nakuru was with him in court as well. Kalonzo Musyoka, guys.
Massive support.
You know what I mean? And let me tell you, by the way, if these guys actually do away with Rigathi from this government, Ruto will forever regret this. Rigathi is an asset. You know, he's that guy who plays rough. Rigathi is a kingmaker. This is a guy who's going to guarantee you the presidency come 2027. Because he plays rough, man. He gets his hands dirty.
I didn't know that.
What?
I didn't know.
When you didn't see the 2022 elections, whatever he did in Central.
I didn't think he was the one playing.
What?
I didn't.
Nah, that guy is brutal.
I knew he was in the game.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was the player.
But now, let me ask you, can you imagine Rigathi joining hands with Morara?
Massive.
Can you imagine that?
Gen Zs, we have a president. We are inside.
Yo, let me tell you, this is going to be crazy. But at the same time, I don't even think this whole impeachment thing is going to go through, man. I feel like Ruto's going to get some calls. He's going to get some calls from some dons who Kwevo Central. And they'll tell him, wait, boss, we don't want to be in this electioneering and this campaign season again. The energy is too much. I mean, we just need to work. The former agriculture CS, what's his name? Lituri. It didn't go. It didn't go through for him, and all MPs wanted him to go. I mean, this Kwanzaa, it was a successful process.
The impeachment thing, move for
exactly.
Him,
but
they don't impeach him.
The preso, I mean, he had to do the thing. He made calls, and everyone had to align. So you just never know. My gut instinct just tells me Rigathi is not going home. I don't feel it's going to happen. Imagine. Easy Sasa. When we come back, we're cruising the internet some more. Right now, I've got some R&B, Foxy Brown, and Jay-Z.
Sugar and spice and everything nice. Everything nice.